Hello. In this module, we're going to explore the importance of setting meaningful targets and policy objectives for renewable electricity. This is an overview of the key principles. You will find more detail in the supplementary information and in the case studies. By the end of this module, you should be able to do at least 3 things. First, understand ambitious but realistic targets for renewable electricity. Second, understand wider policy objectives alongside renewable electricity targets. And finally, understand the importance of a level playing field for renewable electricity. Let me start by examining the importance of setting meaningful targets for renewable electricity. These targets are important because they identify the issue as a national priority. They can be led by the government or inspired by voluntary action from businesses or by communities. Targets provide short and long-term certainty to industry and act as a catalyst for aligning policy and other measures to enable delivery. Around 150 countries have adopted some form of renewable electricity target. Meaningful targets strike a balance between ambition and realism. You can see in this diagram there is a difference between the total resource available and what the markets can realistically deliver. This difference is accounted for by the technical feasibility of the resources and the economic feasibility of realising the potential at reasonable cost. A pro-renewables electricity policy and regulatory environment can increase the market potential. Coupling energy efficiency and renewable electricity policies together is a good idea. It makes it easier to achieve renewable electricity targets. This is because energy efficiency increases the share of load supplied by renewables because a given amount of renewable electricity meets a greater share of load. It also leads to lower system costs and carbon emissions compared with pursuing renewable policies alone. It is important there are clear policy objectives underpinning renewable electricity targets as they provide a purpose for the target. For example, the European Renewable Energy Directive has an objective to make the EU a global leader in renewable energy. To realise ambitions for renewable electricity, it is important there is a level playing field for renewables compared with other technologies such as fossil fuel generation. This includes the regimes for planning, consenting, licensing, connecting to and transporting power through the grid, and accessing power markets. It also includes addressing perverse incentives for other technologies such as fossil fuel subsidies. This has been an overview of the key principles of setting meaningful targets and policy objectives for renewable electricity. There is more detail in the supplementary information and examples of practice in the case studies.